Okay, so I vibe coded a converting tool which allows you to convert the trading view output, which is this. You have the replay trading output. It converts that into a CSV format that edgewonk understands. So we can see here's the profit calendar. Everything is imported correctly, and you can see obviously the win rate was as, and the return was, this is 37 ticks. It's well, it's pretty terrible, but we did somehow make money. Low profit factor, would like to get this up, but yeah. So obviously the main mistake that was made this week was tilting and taking too many trades, especially too many trades against the trend, right? So we can see that Wednesday was by far the worst day, so we can start by analyzing Wednesday. I did long here near the range low. Was, all right, perhaps. Let's see. I don't really want to skip all the way back because then we have to do it again. But yeah, the 9 a.m. candle did close like this, so it is kind of a bearish break lower. I suppose I did not. Well, no, this was 11, so this was like way after the open. I didn't trade near the open, which I agree with. I think it's choppy, but then come on, like we've already seen it failed like here. Like, why are we then trying to long? Not super happy with this. And we try again, we get stopped. After we've been stopped twice, we definitely just need to stop. Like, we definitely just need to take a break. I think this was unintelligent. And I mean, it's like, if you just look at it, like, we had a huge sell-off, right? Then we ranged in overmarket overnight. And then we start making lower highs. It's like, at some point, you gotta realize that this is just going lower. But then eventually, we do actually hit this. We hit the daily swing, we put in the SFB, and we can go along the retest, and I think it's completely okay. And I should have targeted higher, right? I should have targeted higher. But the main mistake was just these two trades here. And so what I was thinking was like, if we manage to eliminate the worst mistakes, how much better do we perform, right? So like if we look at these two longs here, before the one that actually won money, if we look at Wednesday here, it's like these two longs. If we just didn't take these two longs, then our profit factor is 1.28, and we made 3 times as much money on the week. So I really think that that's key, is to just like see if we can eliminate these worst mistakes. So one thing which I want to look at, this is obviously kind of a small sample size, but I still want to see performance by time. So if you look at the, let's say 30-minute intervals, you can see that in post-market, it seems like we do lose a lot more than we win. We did have some wins, 2 it seems, and then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 losers. Actually, we had 3 wins and 7 losers. And it seems like we are also kind of doing not too hot right at the open, but then in the middle of the day and near the end of the day, we do pretty well. And then we do really poorly, I guess, the last 2 30-minute periods. Okay, so that's kind of interesting, and that's by entry date. If we do by exit date, huge disaster here. This is obviously like the sample is too low to really be able to say, But yeah, interesting. And then if you look at by holding time, you can see that obviously we're getting stopped out very fast on a lot of trades, and many of these were because I was just going against the trend. And then it makes sense, obviously, when you have a higher than 1 risk to reward, it makes sense that you're generally going to be for a longer time period in your winners. So that makes sense. The drawdown was obviously quite massive. I think that's fair to say. Equity graph, we were up a lot at some point, and then we just had this massive. Oh yeah, this is all with me having removed those 2 trades, by the way. That's true. I forgot about that. probably shouldn't have done that so quickly. But yeah, there isn't that much to look at here. You know, this is obviously just sample size of 1 per day. Like, there's no point in looking at that. Win rate seems to be, you know, around, it was 33%. Now I've removed the trade, so yeah, there isn't too much value in looking at these. Those 2 losses, I mean, we can just see when were these 2 losses. This was 11:30 and 12, so it was like here around this time. Yeah. So 2 more losses like these could be added there. Yeah, but the goal really is, I think, just to try to like make fewer mistakes. And you know, the thing is, it's like the overnight market, like I know that there are occasionally good setups, but I think it's probably less liquid. It's probably lower chance of working out. I did take some shit trades. I thought this was good, but it just didn't work out. It just didn't hit my TP. This was shit. This was shit, and this was absolutely shit. So yeah, there was some bad trading that happened in the overnight market. I probably could have avoided that. But then there was also some decent setups like this. This was a mistake. I should have shorted here. This was perfectly fine. It just didn't quite hit my TP, but still, I do think it's just lower probability, right? Like lower odds of working. But I still think that the setups can be good, right? Like this short here, TP here. Oh, this was actually not. Yeah, this was actually towards the end, so that was not in overnight. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that was definitely a very, very, very interesting experiment, interesting week, and honestly, I kind of want to do it again. I kind of would like to do it again. I kind of would like to just continue with the next week, so I might do that.